Hi everyone, this is Vivian. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am back for another envelope art video. Like the previous video, I am going to show you two envelope art but in different style. And I'm still using the craft paper envelope because I just think the craft paper is just first it's unique, it's different from your regular white envelope, and then second it's a neutral color that it works well with any color of pen that you'll be using to write the address. So the first one, I'm going to center a line, the name and address, but I want to do this interplay between the center of her first name and the Y, and then also the ascender or the crossbar of the T in her last name. That means the first name will be to the left a little bit, but then that's okay. I'm just going to offset and then make it more balanced by adding some flourish and embellishment. So every time if I see there's a ascender descender between the first and the second line, I always try to find opportunity to make them interact with each other. And to offset the first line, I just add some florals and leaves, and this is just a very easy way to add some embellishment. And to write the address, because I want to make sure it's center aligned, so what I do is I write the address on the edge of the paper first, and then I align it to make sure it's center. It's not the most productive way if you have a bunch of envelope to do, but I only have 5 envelopes to do, so for me it's okay. And of course, her address is a PO box number. I am not writing out the number just for the sake of privacy, so don't feel like there's what kind of address this is, just box. And then so for the address, I usually like to write it in block letter. It's just more legible and then also easier to manage. I don't have to worry about ascender and descender and running out of space or running into each other. And to carry out the same design, I'm drawing the same floral elements at the two corners of the envelope, just to make it more interesting and then to make the design look more complete. This is, I'm not a super good illustrator, but then drawing florals and leaves is a very simple way I think everybody can add this, to their envelope. And then especially if you just add it to the corner and then also to the name, it just makes everything more, designed. So floral is really any kind of doodle. You can choose to draw stars or sparks, any little thing, or even just abstract shape. As long as you kind of distribute it around the whole envelope, I think it will look great. So this is my first envelope. And for the second envelope, I want to write her name on the left and then the address on the right. So again, I'm using this grid line that I just print out to help me to just easier to write, to draw lines to for my address. And her address has this really long line. It's a Gloucestershire. So I just want to make sure that I have enough space for the address before I start writing her name. And again, for her name, I'm using another white pen. This time I'm using the Jelly Roll one. It's a big one. It's not the big one. It's a thick one. It's a number 10. And for her name, I'm using again doing the scripty and loopy type of style. And I think it creates a nice contrast with the block letter that I'll be writing in the address. I think it's good to have some sort of contrast every time you do some sort of design layout, just to create a contrast, usually make things more interesting. And also the USPS recommended writing address in block letter, so which just makes everything easier, because block letter is just like I said, it's more manageable. You don't have to worry about the ascender descender when you're drawing the guidelines. So everything it's just every letter is the same height. And it creates a very interesting contrast between the scripty and flowy name style that I've written in. So for the bottom of the envelope, I'm just doing a simple like a leaf kind of border just to complete the envelope, so it looks like there is some sort of border that goes on. That's just a way to finish your envelope very easily. So I hope these two envelope art inspire you to do some envelope art the next time you send out a greeting card or send out a letter. And if you enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to get some inspiration or tips and tricks on hand lettering and calligraphy, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye!